The mere mention of that oh-so-peaceful place makes my corns throb, Master. Although, to be honest, with inhabitants as simple-minded as these, it must have been created to be subjugated by your reign of terror, and to increase your power for the glorious day on which you exact your terrible revenge on that traitor, Calypso. It would be so simple, but there's just one problem. A good-hearted magician named Magnus Pollenpicker. This self-appointed champion of good protects the region from dastardly evil characters. People like us, Master. I'd recommend that you deal with this paltry little problem personally. It would be best if we dug our way into the cellar of his manor and lured him down there. The next bit should be pretty obvious. Ah, Master, it's a good thing you're finally here. I hope you were able to sweeten your well-earned break after that last battle against the forces of good with a few drinks and a few diabolic plans. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to find that goody two-shoes Magnus Pollenpicker's cellar. As you may recall, he's the poor good-natured magician we want to do away with. Master, as luck would have it, there are a number of underground guard posts in the area. I'm sure the use of a little excessive force could persuade them to spit out the information. Maybe along with a few teeth. Master, you can now build some things yourself, such as pentagrams and piles of treasure. I recommend that you create a couple of vampire bat pentagrams, as they provide you a great deal of visibility. Then you should set up some treasure piles to motivate the heroes. In addition, you can now also place prestige gimmicks, Master. Just try it out and place one of them. You know that prestige makes you stronger. It also provides you with new options for construction. Excellent work, Master. Keep building prestige gimmicks to increase your power.
Uh-oh, we're under attack! I think this is the time for a strategic withdrawal.
Master, that rotten coward has locked himself in. I'm afraid you won't be able to use the door.
There comes my level up! Walking experience points!
The wimps around here are so cowardly, it's almost not worth the effort of beating information out of them. But only almost. Talk, you! How can we get into Magnus Pollenpicker's cellar?
Unfortunately, I have no idea whatsoever. But wait, don't hurt me. I can help you. There's a fence running around the underworld here who sells all sorts of illegal stuff. He can help you for sure. All you have to do is give him the secret password.
Interesting. Very interesting. Master, I think we should talk to that fence.
Oh no! Don't hurt me! I'm much too low in level to die!
Then tell us everything you know about Magnus Pollenpicker's cellar and how we can lure that magician out.
The cellar is well hidden underground, and the only doors leading in are tightly locked. If you actually make it in, you should sow chaos and destruction. That's sure to bring him running. After all, that's where he stores important items for his experiments.
What's the secret password?
Swordfish? The password is swordfish? Oh.
Excellent. What are you looking for? I can get you anything that even hints of illegality.
We need a key to get into Magnus Pollenpicker's cellar.
I can help you there. However, it won't come cheap. I'm going to want a lot of gold for that. Best would be if you were to just pile it up in heaps here in this room, so that I can count it. I'd like 3 fully loaded, rotten chests of gold in this room. As soon as they're in my room, fully loaded, I'll either tell you where you can find the key, or give it to you myself.
Oh, Master, we unfortunately can't be sure that we can simply beat the information or even the key out of him. I would therefore suggest that we fulfill this boar's wishes and get the gold. After all, we're talking about a much greater evil here. You have opened a hero's entrance, Master. Some heroes have pretty strange needs. This hero admits his masochistic urges, which are satisfied when he takes damage from monsters during combat.
I'm gonna be a real hero one day. Just you wait and see.
Opponent! Should be interesting to see what there is to discover down there. Wow!
Master, look over there! A hero is admiring one of your prestige gimmicks. It's certainly interesting to see how heroes like to go from one prestige gimmick to the next to admire them. You can use this information to influence how heroes move through your dungeon. Look, Master, there are two heroes talking about your dungeon. You should keep a sharp eye on that kind of thing, for if a hero is in a bad mood, he can quickly pass it on to others around him. Ill-tempered heroes are generally no longer impressed by your dungeon, but rather want to destroy your beloved dungeon heart instead. You may end up having to cut that kind of troublemaker out of the herd and eliminate them.
So this is where you're hiding and building your miserable little dungeon?
We're doing our best.
It seems that's not good enough. But never mind. I have started a widows and orphans fund for the undead. The gold collected provides these poor undead creatures with care and nurturing, giving them a better future. However, it is just a little short on gold right now. I'm sure you want to donate a lot of gold. I hope that your donation will soon arrive at my treasury. Use the sacrificial column to transfer me the gold. Wonderful. Thanks to this gold, I can open an undead orphanage where little zombies can innocently play.
That sounds extremely, tempting, O Lord of the Mindless Hordes. Unfortunately, we must now see about dealing with that Magnus pollen picker. You have learned a new spell, Master.
Taste my +1 sword! Foul villains! Taste my +1 sword!
Ah, piles of gold. Wonderful. I have managed to have a copy of the original key made in the meantime. However, I forgot to mention earlier that while the key will let you open the gates, a powerful protective spell still surrounds the area, making the walls impenetrable. You're going to have to find a way to deal with that.
Oh, it's just one thing after another. Master, I think this shield is going to be a hard nut to crack. However, it shouldn't pose a problem for a prestigious dungeon lord such as yourself. That is, if you are prestigious enough. Master, once you've collected enough prestige, you should be able to use it to shatter the spell surrounding the cellar. Master, come over here. Then we'll see if you can break the spell.
Walking experience points! to aid!
Look, Master. It would seem the power of your presence alone has weakened the spell. The rock over here has become soft enough for your workers to dig through. Excellent! It's time to lay waste to Magnus's cellar.
We're under attack!
Fight! This battle will be a great experience!
I'm gonna be a real hero someday.
Walking experience points! Dive, Vermin, dive! Opponents! Monsters!
Charge!
Blue!
Die, vermin. Take this! Oh!
What fiend dares pollute my cellar with his odious presence? That was a very big, very stupid mistake. And now, your time has come. Prepare to die. The legendary undead butcher, Butch, will be fighting at my side. First, I had to defeat him in battle and then rejoin some of his body parts. But after that, he joined me.
Master, did you hear that? This Butch would be a great ally for us. Maybe he will join you. But before he does, you must first defeat him in battle. I believe in you, Master. Go out there and kick his fat zombie butcher butt. Excellent, Master! You certainly showed that magician. They'll soon be calling Pleasant Creek the River of Tears. In addition, you defeated the undead butcher and can summon him from now on. This mighty being will guard your dungeon heart for you, so that you no longer need to protect it yourself. Give it a try, Master. Summon him. Look, Master. Butch is now at your disposal and awaits any hero stupid enough to enter your dungeon heart. I'm sure he'll prove to be extremely helpful in the future. Ah, the terrified screams of the inhabitants are music to my ears. Since you saw to it that Magnus Pollenpicker is no more, nothing stands in the way of the hordes of evil. Happy Hills. Crystal Throne. Pleasant Creek. The mere mention of that oh-so-peaceful place makes my corns throb, Master. Although, to be honest, with inhabitants as simple-minded as these, it must have been created to be subjugated by your reign of terror, and to increase your power for the glorious day on which you exact your terrible revenge on that traitor, Calypso. It would be so simple, but there's just one problem. A good-hearted magician named